I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware by now that I have tried and tested the cheats for Warzone 2. We did touch in the last video on Ricochet anti-cheat, and today's video we are going to go into detail about it, and there are a couple of predictions I'm going to make today which may well have a lot of you agreeing with me. Ricochet anti-cheat is something that was incorporated into Caldera, so when Caldera the map was released into Warzone 1 that is, they actually brought in an anti-cheat, but not before releasing that anti-cheat to the public in the sense of promoting it, causing the cheat developers to be able to bypass that in a heartbeat. Now this was an absolute mockery being made of Activision, of the community who played Call of Duty as well, because a lot of us had a little bit of hope that it might work. Unfortunately, we didn't really see it working. Now you will have a select group of people who claim they haven't seen a cheater since, but the idea is that these cheaters have just decided to dial down their cheats, which is one of the big reasons why I want to go into detail about the cheats, and that is why I did a video of me downloading those cheats and showing you just how dialed in you can get the aimbot settings so it looks like natural aim assist or just a little bit stronger. Now these are settings that you will see a lot of streamers using. They will claim it's just aim assist, but the big story today is about Ricochet. Ricochet anti-cheat. How many people have been banned because of it? Quite a lot actually. However, my thoughts behind Ricochet anti-cheat are very simple. I don't believe that they've actually banned as many people as they claim. In fact, I would say that each rage hacker has probably had thousands, if not more, accounts. So when they are talking about numbers being permabanned, when they are talking about ban waves, all of those numbers aren't individual people. So a ban wave of 100,000 Activision accounts, probably more like, I don't know, 10,000 people who have multiple accounts each. And this is something any rage hacker can back up. They will tell you how many accounts they've been through. In fact, if you really wanted to, you could go and ask Itapper. Itapper is somebody who used multiple accounts in the past, and he is somebody who had to cycle through them. Another person who you could go and ask is Grandpa Hacks, having to cycle through. Now this is because of a hardware ID ban. If you are actually hardware ID banned on your hardware, which is your PC, then you will end up getting detected unless you use a spoofer. Now spoofers, they spoof your hardware ID, allowing the game to read a completely different hardware ID when you load into the game on a new account. So you create a new ID through the spoofer, and guess what? That means that it's not permabanned. There is no hardware ID ban on the spoofed hardware ID, allowing you to go into the game, and this is giving rage hackers more time to rage on that account before they receive another ban. However, what I want to talk about with Ricochet is this. We are going to see announcements very soon about a lot of ban waves. I believe that we are going to see some very similar behaviours from Activision and Team Ricochet that we saw after Ricochet anti-cheat was incorporated. In fact, even before that, because before Ricochet anti-cheat was a thing, we saw a lot of ban waves occur at the end of Verdansk. We were getting ban waves of 100,000, 200,000, 50,000, 20,000. Now this was before Ricochet anti-cheat was incorporated, but one thing is noted, that they were only detecting the spoofers. They were only detecting the hardware ID of accounts that had already been banned. So the accounts getting banned in them ban waves were the same people on different accounts, but with the same hardware ID or using the same spoofer that was getting detected. Now these are all very big parts of Ricochet anti-cheat at the moment, because Ricochet anti-cheat isn't really detecting new people. It isn't really detecting new cheaters. So if somebody decided today, after 2 years of being legit in Warzone 1, to start cheating in Warzone 2, and they've never received a hardware ID ban before, and they don't need to use a spoofer, how is it that Team Ricochet are detecting them? If Team Ricochet is only detecting spoofers and also previously banned hardware ID, a lot of repeat offenders seem to be getting caught up in new bans. But there are no new cheaters really getting caught up. Very early on in Verdansk, there was a lot of people cheating, and it wasn't until the ban wave started that we started to notice just how many. And honestly, I would say them ban waves were only a very small percentage of the amount of cheaters in the game, because they were using cheap and nasty cheats. But as I noted in the video of me testing the cheats, I had actually been able to access an account that I once had permabanned on Warzone 1. Now that account was permabanned not because I had cheated on it, but because it had been signed into the PC that I did test cheats on. so that actually caused that account to be permabanned. However, I was able to access that account on Warzone 2, and I was able to inject cheats into the game whilst playing on that account, and that account still to this day has not had a shadow ban or permaban, even after getting that account to level 28. Now this is my trail of thought, and these are my predictions. You are going to see some big numbers, some big ban waves happening, but take into consideration how many accounts that were banned on Warzone 1 are currently not banned on Warzone 2. So when you see a big ban wave announcement from whether it be Activision, Raven Software, Infinity Ward or Team Ricochet, then the chances are a lot of those accounts are ones that they've actually left unbanned in Warzone 2. And this would work out perfectly for Activision and Team Ricochet, wouldn't it? If they were able to put out an announcement that claimed over 500,000 people had been permabanned by Team Ricochet catching them, or by Ricochet anti-cheat detecting them, that would look great. But they're not going to let you know that the majority of those accounts were actually already previously banned in Warzone 1. So my prediction is this: they have allowed this to happen. They have allowed a lot of previously banned accounts to be unbanned in this game so that they can then ban them again. And when they do actually do a ban wave, and when all of these accounts become detected again, they are going to use that to promote the fact that Ricochet anti-cheat works, when in reality it's the same people on the same accounts getting the same bans, just on a different game. And the chances are there are spoofers out there already working as well. Ricochet anti-cheat has been a sales tactic from the very beginning. They used it to boost the sales of Vanguard, they used it to boost the player base on Caldera, and they started to use it prior to Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2's release to tell us that it was going to be changed and adapted so that when it releases in this new game it's going to be even better. And yet here we are with many cheaters already in Warzone 2, with many cheaters already in Modern Warfare 2. How many of you guys have come across cheaters so far? How many of you guys have reported a cheater and still not had a notification that they've been banned? The people getting banned by Ricochet are only people who have already had previous bans, or people using cheats that have already been detected. Everybody knows the likes of engine owning cheats have already had a massive back and forth, multiple detections from Activision. So to use them would be idiotic. There are multiple cheat providers out there now. How many of these have actually had a detection from Activision so far? Not many. So I'm predicting that Warzone 2 on PC will die out very quickly, and I'm seeing a lot of people who will make a switch back to console. Now that we have a field of view slider on console, this is definitely a big play, and I think a lot of tournament organisations should really consider having tournaments held on console only. This way you will take out any of the downloadable program cheats from that tournament, cutting out the shit straight away. But hey, I'm just one man on YouTube thinking out loud. This is my thoughts on Ricochet anti-cheat. It isn't doing much, it never has, and it will only ever be used to serve a purpose of boosting sales for Activision. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, smash that thumbs up if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications, that way you're not going to miss our future uploads. And if you enjoyed this one, why don't you go and check out this video here. Thank you.